With the referee a little too strongly. Liverpool get the free kick. Hansen floated towards Aldridge, got his header in. Dixon acrobatically getting that one away with his right boot. Richardson. Smith's touch will be picked up here by Whelan. And now Ablett to Staunton. Came off the Liverpool player. It'll be an Arsenal throw. 10 minutes gone, still no score in this crucial championship game, remembering that Arsenal need to win by a 2-goal margin to take the championship. Adams. O'Leary. Thomas. Bold towards Smith.
Arsenal have started with no shortage of confidence. They seem the more relaxed side.
Well, George Graham was saying yesterday that nobody expects Arsenal to win, and so they can go and play relaxed football. I don't think anybody quite believed him, because there is still so much at stake. But Arsenal have started well. Alan Smith on the far side, miscued. And again, Liverpool grateful to get it away. Nicol finding Houghton. Now McMahon surging through from the midfield again. Rush has made a great run to the left. Thomas was getting back there. It comes through to McMahon again, and Lukic is down before Houghton can get in. Winterburn. Well, it came through to Michael Thomas. Picked up by Ablett, the flag waving on the far side and offside against Merson. The game goes on. Liverpool firmly in control of the ball, so there was no point in the referee stopping. Well, that was a mistake by Richardson. It's conceded the free kick. That's where Rush does so much work in chasing back and hustling people, and Richardson underestimated him just for a moment there. And Arsenal was struggling to get back into possession and conceded the free kick. McMahon allowing Staunton, the young Irishman, to take it. Whelan's up on the far side with Aldridge and Rush, and Houghton's in there too. Nichols made a run. Aldridge underneath this one. Merson got it away. Smith's header. Houghton. Barnes. I think that at the beginning of March, Liverpool were languishing 19 points behind Arsenal in 8th position. They've had an astonishing run, unbeaten in their last 24. Offside against Lee Dixon, the fullback getting forward. And Arsenal, of course, their real problems came when they took only 1 point from the last 2 games at home against Derby County and against Wimbledon. Mistake by Thomas. Whelan finds Barnes. Winterburn. Rush getting there. Houghton trying to play it in, but hits Bold with it. Winterburn looking to see what the options are. Smith galloping away. Ablett with him.
A super covering by Ablett. He'll be more than satisfied. He's had a super season. Both him and Staunton were loaned out to Bradford City and Hull City respectively earlier on, and it's done wonders for the confidence as they've come into this machine like Liverpool side and just taken to it like ducks to water. Terrific.
Hansen, the long ball forward towards John Aldridge. Bold held off him for a moment. That could have been dangerous, and Lukic is demanding an explanation. Extraordinary bit of play there by Steve Bold. And Lukic, for a moment, felt that he was grossly exposed there by the big defender. Here we go, David.
Well, I think there'll always be a problem with
a little shove. There was a little shove on Bold by Aldridge.
Yeah. That's correct. And there's always going to be a problem. If the full-backs are pushing well forward, they'll always be susceptible to that diagonal ball beyond the centre-backs, because the full-backs can't get back to cover as well as in a normal formation.
Ablett. Last time Liverpool beaten here by 2 goals was in February 1986, when their old rivals Everton managed it. And a free kick to Liverpool. And on that occasion, back in 1986, Arsenal's Kevin Richardson was in the Everton side that day. So he knows what it is to win here by 2 goals. Is it an experience that he will repeat tonight? In the meantime, it's a free kick. Hansen takes it. Adams, big and strong, right at the back, the last line for Arsenal. Ablett. Hansen. Trying to reach Rush. Bold getting it away, not very far. Houghton driving it in long after the whistle had gone.
One can't help feeling that Bold and Adams are going to give a lot of free kicks away tonight. Their job is to really be tight on Rush and on Aldridge. O'Leary will just sit behind them in that space, and as a result, a lot of balls played up to feet. There's going to be physical confrontations.
Smith, Merson in there. Thomas jumping and beating McMahon in the air for it. There was a foul by McMahon when the 2 men were in the air. A free kick to Arsenal. Well, Winterburn has got quite a dig on him. Rocastle might try something a little on the tricky side. Thomas is standing just off them. Richardson standing over the ball. So with about 17 minutes gone, can Arsenal find a breakthrough here that's so vital for them? Thomas, driven at McMahon, who seems to be everywhere in the midfield for Liverpool once again tonight. Winterburn getting in behind the defence this time. And his cross caught well by Grobbelaar. Adams. Foul there, Rocastle's boot too high on Staunton. In a genuine attempt for the ball, a free kick to Liverpool. 6 times the champions in the 1980s. 1980, 82, 83, 84, 86 and 88. It's almost a case for the Monopolies Commission there. But Arsenal have started brightly with a lot of confidence as Winterburn plays it forward again towards Merson. Up goes Richardson with Houghton, or rather with Whelan. And now here's Houghton. Merson. Picking out Bold. Again, Dixon's push right forward, as David was saying. Both the fullbacks are pushing in. Merson looking for Smith. Again, the whistle has gone. The feet of Smith too high. A free kick once again to Liverpool. Hansen. Houghton. Nicol. It's with Ablett. Cole looking to get the ball back to Lukic. Do you detect anything in Liverpool's style of play that's different at the moment, David?
I think they'll be quite happy at the moment, Liverpool. They've seen Arsenal's intention. They know how Arsenal intend playing. They're not going to change that until late in the game. And Liverpool are just beginning to stroke the ball around and work the ball from the back. And they'll be happy. They've felt their way a little bit, but they're now beginning to roll the ball around in their style that is so suited to them.
Lukic's long clearance. Merson apparently made a back for Nicol. A free kick straight into the body of John Lukic. Real venom in that strike from Rush. A lovely little return ball played there by Aldridge. Hit with such power. Nicol. When he came back from Italy, Rush wasn't at all well, and then he had a hip injury. But you sense that over the last few weeks he's getting back to the Rush that we knew so well before he went off to Juventus.
Just prior to that goal shot there of Rush, he made a superb run across the box to force the first corner when he played the ball back. A little deft run.
There's Houghton. Houghton again. Took that nicely from Nicol. Tried to get Aldridge in. But Arsenal were alert in defence and now release Merson on the far side. Smith up alongside him. Rocastle's in there too. Thomas has made a great run also, but Staunton got it away for Liverpool. And now McMahon, and things beginning to open up a bit now. Houghton, still 0-0. On a night when Arsenal need a victory by 2 goals. Richardson. Smith. Just wondering actually whether, looking at Rush just a moment ago, he was shouting at the bench whether he in fact jarred a leg with that tremendous shot of his just a moment ago. But Peter Beardsley is now warming up for Liverpool. And now Richardson for Arsenal. Ablett away. Winterburn. Again towards Smith. Well, it's tough if you lose a man of the calibre of Ian Rush this early in such a crucial game, a £3 million man, but when you can replace him with one that cost 1.9 million and a fully fledged England international as well, Peter Beardsley, that's not bad going. But Rush still there at the moment as Hansen comes forward. It's Liverpool's throw. As Beardsley, you can see there, continuing his warm-up. Barnes.
Just reflecting about Rush, the other number 9 is also vitally important to Arsenal. They're trying to hit him with so many balls from defence, and his head work and his ability to shield the ball is going to be so vital if Arsenal are going to be able to support and get efforts at Grobbelaar's goal.
Barnes to Staunton. Hansen. Whelan. To Nicol. Ablett. Trying another route, finding McMahon. It's rather difficult to find. Rush. Here's McMahon again. Nichols made a good break on the far side. Aldridge waiting in the middle. Rush has gone to join him. Barnes is in there as well as McMahon plays it in. Clattered away there by David O'Leary.
Liverpool are now finding that style that's been the hallmark of the play, pass to the nearest red shirt over the years. This play that Shankly began, and it's been fostered so brilliantly over the years. They're now beginning to play the ball neat and tidy, early and simple.
But losing it there as Houghton is beaten by Winterburn. In goes McMahon. Oh, and McMahon surprised to get it back again. But must have been a foul on McMahon after that ball had been played. It's a free kick to Liverpool. Coming towards the half-hour mark, still Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Houghton taking the free kick, flicked on by Aldridge, and a goal kick.
You can't help feeling, watching Liverpool, that their free kicks, their corners, almost instinctive. Players of the same mind, good players, but thinking intelligently. Arsenal, when they take corners, free kicks, you know it's been well worked. Each man has a particular move to make to try and get that perfect position to score from. And I do believe in that aspect. They happen to have missed Marwood considerably since his absence with injury. He's an excellent dead ball kicker.
Rocastle. Now Winterburn. Richardson. Merson. Nice little flick with the outside of the boot. Winterburn there. Richardson again. Two highly competitive characters, Winterburn and Richardson. Adams forced to readjust and being forced back by the running of Rush. Rocastle. Played on again there by Bold to Smith. And now Dixon, the ball out of play. We've had just half an hour of the game now. Gary Ablett, McMahon, O'Leary to Bold, Richardson to O'Leary, the long ball forward again, thank you, says Ablett, but he couldn't keep it in play, and so it's an Arsenal throw. Liverpool have been beaten twice at home this season, which should be some consolation for Arsenal, looking for this win, by Newcastle United and by Norwich City. Rocastle crossing it in. Ablett getting it away, but only as far as Dixon. There was a shove on him by Barnes and a free kick for Arsenal. In the sort of position that will encourage the big men to come forward from the back and might just now put some pressure on this Liverpool defence. Winterburn, the man who will take the free kick. Adams, Bold, Smith, O'Leary, all six-footers now, will be looking to get on the end of it. And in fact, it was flicked away there by Alan Smith. Liverpool about to make a substitution. Ian Rush sadly coming off. And Peter Beardsley is on. Well, 12 goals this season so far from Beardsley. And when he came on late in the game against West Ham, it was on Tuesday night after West Ham had played so well for an hour. It was Beardsley who really turned the screw and provided the goals, or the means of getting the goals, in the last quarter of an hour.
My hunch is, Brian, that Beardsley might be more effective against the two centre-backs and the sweeper that Arsenal are employing at the moment. He might come into deeper positions and lead them into territory they don't want to get into.
A long clearance again by Lukic. There's Smith. And now Barnes looked for a moment as though he might be getting into trouble. Staunton got it away. Bold. A mistake there by O'Leary, pounced on by Beardsley. Arsenal get a throw.
I think they've watered the pitch, you know, Brian. There's a couple of slippy patches, and I think the players having a little bit of problems in adjusting at times.
Shot of the two Liverpool substitutes there. Barry Venison with, well, no, Ian Rush, of course, now off the field. The other, Peter Beardsley on it. Rocastle playing it in. Nicol getting it back with such confidence. And we understand that Ian Rush has a groin strain. And that will be bad news for Terry Yorath and for Wales, because Wales, of course, play West Germany in the World Cup at Cardiff next week. Beardsley up. Aldridge. Here's Hansen. Adams gets it back. Merson. To Richardson. And again it's Richardson. Smith allowing Winterburn to get it onto the left boot. And was it onto the... Oh, he tried to get it onto the right, but then flicked away with the left for all that. Winterburn again. Richardson, Merson, in goes Ablett. Good jump by Adams, and another one by Nicol. Suddenly Rocastle away on the far side, gone past one, he's gone past two. Merson now finding Richardson, and his shot wide for Liverpool goal.
With Dixon pushing so far down the right-hand side, Rocastle's been enabled to go and run through the middle of the field a little bit more and go and support Smith, and that's a little bit of a problem for Staunton at this moment. Now
Barnes, a slip by Lee Dixon and one by Michael Thomas. No foul there on Houghton as Winterburn went charging into him. Not quite the flash points and not quite the atmosphere, and indeed not quite the excitement I think that we quite thought in the opening 36 minutes, David.
I think it's difficult because both sides, for the same ultimate reason but for different reasons in terms of getting the first goal, are very tense.
Well, here's Barnes. That was a trip on Bold by Beardsley. Richardson, flick through to Smith, and Richardson comes away hobbling after that challenge from Peter Beardsley, and suddenly Liverpool are free with Houghton and with Whelan running through the middle. The pass, though, held up. McMahon played behind him. Staunton. No foul. Thomas gets it away. Ablett. Nicol. Now Hansen. McMahon. Barnes. Maybe, as you say, with the players so tense, I think that's transmitted itself to the crowd as well. Not quite as boisterous as you might expect. Barnes, the touch for Aldridge. Beardsley trying to get in. Dixon. Bold gets it back. Nicol being chased by Merson. Not a play, was it? Handball. The crowd on the far side was shouting. Linesman kept his flag down, though, and Arsenal have possession, with Winterburn trying to plant it through for Smith. Instead it's McMahon for Ablett. Liverpool seeking to open up the way on this side of the field now. Staunton finds McMahon. Staunton inside for Barnes. Houghton's made a little run for him. Here's Whelan. Tipped away by Lukic.
I'd like to see that again, Brian. I couldn't help thinking that Lukic made a bit of a meal of that one. It was a good shot, straightforward. Maybe he was on the stretch.
It's a corner for Liverpool. Richardson being told to watch Beardsley by his skipper Tony Adams, but Beardsley finds it and then gets it back to Barnes. This could be a problem for Arsenal. Barnes seeking to get to that byline. It could still be a problem because Liverpool get a corner. There's 6 minutes to go to half-time. Barnes will take it. Rush, or rather Aldridge, the look-alike for Ian Rush, waiting there in the penalty area. A deep one, and flicked away well. Beardsley tried to turn it back. It was flicked away well there by Kevin Richardson for Arsenal.
You talk about the crowd not being so boisterous as normal, Brian. It's difficult for them too. They know a draw is good enough, and it's the strange result required tonight. They don't have to win it. But they want to win, of course, and they want to win so well to show everyone that the standards that they have here are the standards that we all must set ourselves.
Arsenal's throw. Dixon with it. Back again to Lukic. Rocastle. Ablett gets it away to Aldridge. Here's Adams. O'Leary. Threading it through to D. Dixon. And out for Rocastle. Getting past Staunton. Played in towards Smith. But again, the red door closes tight. Ablett brings it away. And here's Barnes. Houghton. Challenge from behind by Adams. Hansen. And Dixon away. Keep playing these long balls towards Alan Smith, but there seems to be no profit in them at the moment, David.
It's very difficult for him. Ablett's shadowing him all over the field, and Ablett's playing very well at the moment, and he's very bright, he's using the ball well. And Liverpool really, they have command at the back. Even though Arsenal are pumping one or two balls forwards to Smith, they haven't created a clear-cut chance apart from the early couple of crosses that were flicked on, and Alan Smith's slight deflected header that went past the post.
Hansen, Ablett, it's an Arsenal throw. And a Liverpool free kick. So the championship will be decided on the night. Arsenal, remember, wanting those 2 goals. an Arsenal victory by 1 goal, a Liverpool draw, and a Liverpool victory means that that championship stays here on Merseyside. There's Beardsley. And you can just imagine the tension if Arsenal do manage to snatch a goal. In the meantime, it's Liverpool. A lovely little back heel by Beardsley. Now McMahon to Whelan. Nicol. And again Nicol. And again Whelan. Adams going across there. And cuts out the danger for Arsenal, but whacks it straight into the touch off balance, and it'll be a throw to Liverpool.
He has his critics, Adams, but he's had a fine first half, and that's probably his first mistake.
And the Liverpool crowd pounced on it. The response comes from the Arsenal fans who say there's only one Tony Adams. Whelan, Beardsley. In goes O'Leary quickly that time. Hansen now. Everybody now except Ablett and Grobbelaar pressed into the Arsenal half of the field. Here's McMahon, who's strayed back into the Liverpool half. Trying to get Staunton away. A lovely ball for Staunton. Well taken by him. Crossed in and cleared by Bold. Barnes, who's had a fairly muted game so far. Whelan. Hansen.
McMahon is starting to have an influence. I haven't had the good fortune to see Liverpool too much recently, but I know that he's upped the gear in recent weeks. It's that most dangerous ball when the left-footed ball going away from the defenders. A very difficult one for defenders to deal with, but Smith came in very late.
It's difficult to see what the argument's about, David.
Well, I'm certain that wasn't offside.
So O'Leary planting it forward. Arsenal can sense a night of glory here now. Grobbelaar struggling, and Ablett forced into emergency action to get that one away.
This will be a time for
the
cool
goalkeeper
heads.
Under a lot of tension and pressure there now. Sorry, David.
Well, it's cool and calm.
Barnes needing to get it away, and Liverpool needing a goal to restore their confidence now. If it stays this way, Liverpool remain the champions. But if Arsenal get a second, they'll wrest that championship away from Merseyside and take it back to North London.
Liverpool more than ever now will need to get Barnes in the game and Houghton in the game on the other side and just take the sting out of the game. It's got a little bit emotional. Grobbelaar there's arguing with Ablett for that ball previously, and they just need to keep calm and start stroking the ball about in their style.
Staunton with the free kick for Liverpool. Up towards Aldrich. Beaten well in the air by Adams. In comes Thomas. Merson chasing after this one, but it'll beat them all into touch. Well, will the title slip away at the very last? Nobody gave them a chance at the beginning of March when they were 19 points adrift of Arsenal and lying 8th in the table. But coming to this game tonight, they were clear favourites, and they might still be favourites. I gather the Liverpool bench are claiming that the linesman that the referee discussed that situation with put his flag up and then put it down again. McMahon. And now Nicol. And now Houghton. Arsenal being forced back here. Beardsley's in behind them, but the flag is up for an offside on the far side. It'll be Arsenal's free kick. terrific atmosphere now, which I'm sure you're savouring at home. And a lot of noise coming from the Arsenal end. Nicol, one of the coolest heads in the game, and he might well need it now. Gets it away under pressure from Merson. Arsenal's throw, looking for this second crucial goal now. Winterburn, whose free kick it was that led to the goal. There's Nicol. And now Winterburn again. Oh, he's dummied them, but he puts it behind. Barnes leaping and winning it. Aldridge now telling Houghton to chase after this one, but Lukic standing at 6'4", always had a chance against the 5'7" Ray Houghton. Thomas. Smith, it looked like a handball. The referee agreed. It's a free kick to Liverpool. But Arsenal, no, there's the scent of glory in the air. But Liverpool will still take some beating. Barnes. Bold. Richardson. A real up and under. Both the main Arsenal strikers were up there looking for it. Merson and Smith. Nicol being forced to turn away and get it back to Bruce Grobbelaar. Grobbelaar, who's not been on the losing side for Arsenal this season. He played 5 at the start and then suffered a bout of meningitis and has played 21 games since January. Has never been on the losing side. Hold a good job. Barnes turning it in very well. Whelan quick to pounce on it. Barnes once again playing an almost lazy ball in there. The flag up on the far side again for offside. The Liverpool fans behind the poor linesman on the far side shaking their fists. But it looked offside.
I should think the poor linesman must be feeling the pressure too, Brian. Everyone's feeling the pressure, but the referee can only be guided by linesmen. And to be fair with the goal, the referee came over, the Liverpool players got into the linesman, and after discussion, he was quite happy to give the goal.
Nicol's header. Beardsley. Houghton. Here's Bold. Well, Arsenal's goal has certainly made this a night of great possibilities now. And ball, say the Arsenal fans. Is it given? No, it's a throw. Lee Dixon will take it. Getting ready to launch a long one into that Liverpool penalty area, and to that end David O'Leary has gone into the box, but he plays it short instead to Richardson. There's O'Leary. Beardsley trying to get a touch away there. Stopped by Michael Thomas. Played into space here for Rocastle on the far side. Smith's waiting in the middle and Merson's in there too. And in the end, Whelan gets it away. A foul on Aldridge by Bold, a free kick to Liverpool.
I must say there looked a suspicion of offside in that Arsenal attack.
Just under half an hour to go, when the whole season of First Division football will be decided. Arsenal leading here by 1-0, but needing 2 to snatch the title. Winterburn up. Merson charging after it, but the ball beats him into touch. It's a Liverpool throw. Ablett. Hansen caught a little bit off balance there. Ablett, Beardsley, O'Leary. The pressure those players are under now. One mistake, you can imagine the Liverpool defence letting Arsenal in for the title. One mistake in the Arsenal defence that suddenly makes it clear again for Liverpool. Playing under enormous pressure now. O'Leary. Thomas.
I must say the midfield confrontation between Thomas and Richardson on behalf of Arsenal and Whelan and McMahon, the Arsenal players seem to have the more power at the moment. Whether it's the extra games that Liverpool have played after the euphoria of the cup win and the terrific result against West Ham, but they just seem a little bit jaded at the moment.
It's almost a mistake there by Hansen, and suddenly Richardson's in. But Grobbelaar's there. Whelan was back, doing some excellent defensive covering for Liverpool. But Arsenal at the moment looking the stronger side. And the young Liverpool fans, and the older ones too, just hoping that their side can get through the next, 25 minutes or so unscathed. Grobbelaar's clearance to the head of Barnes, to the feet of Beardsley. Beardsley again. A foul there by Dixon on Barnes, a free kick to Liverpool. Just when the Liverpool machine seemed to be moving into gear again. Barnes over the kick. Nickel coming in at the far side. A goal kick.
I'd love to see Barnes really get into the game, or Liverpool get him into the game. There's the goal again with Winterburn's ball there. As he touches it, there's no one offside as he plays this ball. Drive.
I think Liverpool and Arsenal fans up and down the country are living on their nerves at the moment as well. First division season now beginning to reach an exciting and really dramatic climax. Merson's coming off, and Martin Hayes comes on as Arsenal make a substitute. Well, that's Staunton's ball. I thought was going to go behind for the goal kick. Barnes from Beardsley's back heel. Knocked away, though, by Adams. The action is really furious out there now, as Hansen will take his time to play it to Ablett and then back to Grobbelaar. Houghton. Oh, upended there by Richardson. That could well be a yellow card. It is. He really took Houghton out of it then, Kevin Richardson. First yellow card of the night. Going to Kevin Richardson and providing Liverpool with this free kick. Staunton and Barnes. Behind it is Barnes, who plays it in. Bowles header away. Richardson helped it on its way. Here's McMahon for Liverpool. A deft little touch there by him for John Barnes. But Arsenal get it away. O'Leary up to Smith. Beautifully killed by him. But Ablett got in. And Hansen will get it back. Quarter of an hour left. Remember, Arsenal need 2 goals. At the moment, they have 1. If it stays this way, Liverpool will be champions for the 19th time. But will it stay this way? Liverpool's throw. to be taken by Reha. Another Liverpool throw, this time by Nicol. Another substitution. Arsenal want to bring on Perry Groves, another attacker. Well, we can't say they're taking Steve Bold off, so a defender's coming off, and Bold's done a good job. Not least, in fact, when he's gone forward to use his height in the air in the Liverpool penalty area. But he's off now, and another striker comes on as Arsenal now play their last card, seeking this vital second goal. It's with McMahon. Beardsley back to McMahon. Into the path of Beardsley. The whistle's gone. Arsenal concede another free kick. Liverpool might have preferred to have gone on. And McMahon with an injury to the right leg. David, please.
Yeah, he certainly got caught there, McMahon. But he's had great difficulties getting away from people tonight and getting into areas around the box where he can create a clear-cut opening. I do feel that, well, he's got caught there. Not a bad one. The three centre-backs dealt very effectively with every aerial ball that came along, and Bold did a very good job. O'Leary, you know, 15, 16 years, has done tremendous service for Arsenal. The three centre-backs have done ever so well tonight.
Well, that amazing sight on the clock. But there's still a job to be done with about 12 minutes left, with Liverpool needing to hold this one-goal advantage overall. Remembering Arsenal are leading 1-0 on the night, but they need to win by 2 goals to win the championship. If they don't, then Liverpool take the title. Barnes with a kick. Beyond the post, a goal kick. Free kick to Liverpool. And I think Michael Thomas might be into trouble. For something he said to the referee. No, it's Rocastle. So Rocastle also gets the yellow card. Free kick to Liverpool. Hansen. High one to Barnes on the far side, well covered by O'Leary. Here's Michael Thomas again, the long ball forward, Martin Hayes chasing for it, Grobbelaar right out of his goal. And a long and quite an effective clearance there. Thomas is in first for Arsenal, who still give the impression of being able to finish the stronger of the two sides, but that's easy for Grobbelaar.
There just now maybe a little bit more space for Beardsley and for Aldridge. Without the security of the third centre-back, I just feel they might be able to thread 1 or 2 balls through the middle to them, and they might be able to conjure some magics, a little bit of magic as the legs get tired for Arsenal.
But really it's a gamble that George Graham had to take in terms of taking off Bold, presumably, and putting on Perry Groves. Liverpool's throw, Houghton with it. Nicol winning that battle. The charge is on. Thomas is after him. And a free kick just outside the box. I think the cop were calling for a penalty, but the first shove was clearly outside the Arsenal penalty area. So can Liverpool make it safe now? Can they get the equaliser on the night and retain, or regain rather, that 2-goal cushion? A little shove there by Michael Thomas in the first place. Barnes behind it.
You watch Nicol in slow motion and you realise how quick he's going. Tremendous power.
Staunton and Barnes. My money would be on Barnes, as the Cop are baying now for their second goal. Barnes playing it short, getting it back to Houghton, and Rocastle gets it away. Here's Ablett. Into touch by Aldridge. Arsenal's throw. Can't let a couple of great footballing birthday celebrations today go unannounced. Sir Matt Busby, 80 today. I hope Sir Matt is watching. Of course, played here at Liverpool. Came in about 1936, played a few years here before the Second World War. The father of football. I'm sure the world will send him their warmest congratulations on his 80th birthday. And Stan Mortensen of Blackpool in England, 68 today, so happy birthday to you, Morty. It's with Aldridge, and suddenly Houghton's through! Oh, just over the top. And as you were suggesting, as Arsenal press forward and have released that extra defender, so the gaps might start to appear, and the possibilities for Liverpool to restore that two-goal lead. Lovely little touch from there from Aldridge for Houghton. Back to Lukic. 7 minutes to go.
Liverpool can comfortably hit the spaces now behind the Arsenal fullbacks.
This really is a nail-biting climax now. Houghton. Richardson got it away. Winterburn crossing it and driven his cross in there towards Rocastle, and Grobbelaar's there. A hammer blow for Liverpool, for the likes of John Barnes, who over the season have produced football of the most majestic standards. David O'Leary helps Aldridge to his feet, and Aldridge wasn't too happy with that. The Cop bravely and gamely applauding their heroes. But the winners are Arsenal, who've gone across to their fans. And they came, it seemed, without a chance. But the Gunners have kept their powder dry until it really mattered. They've denied Liverpool the League and Cup double. Arsenal then champions for the first time since 1971, the 9th time in their history, the first side to win by 2 goals here at Anfield since 1986. A superhuman effort against the odds.
Well, down here on the centre of the pitch, Tony Adams is lined up on my right with a huge grin on his face. Arsenal have done what many people think was an impossible task. They've won here 2-0 tonight. They've got the championship, and Tony Adams is about to be the proudest footballer in Britain, I would think, if not in Europe, and about to come forward and receive the trophy from John Quinton, the chairman of Barclays Bank. Tony, old chap, through you go. And great credit as well to the Anfield fans. Tony, well done. I mean, everybody said it was impossible here tonight, but you kept going until the 91st minute.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. We had that bit of luck tonight, didn't we? We got the late goal, and there's no way they was going to come back scoring that late. You know, the lads were really fired up, and I'm very pleased, and the boys are magnificent, played brilliant.
But deep down here, be honest, driving up on the coach, did you really have that inner feeling that Arsenal could do it?
You know, coming up here and playing at Liverpool, you know, it's a very hard place to come on any situation. So we just give it a go. We just give it our best shot, and it worked out for us on the night. You know, you can only do your best, and we tried hard and done our best.
Many congratulations to you and to Arsenal.
Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you.